Terry's. Oops.
G'day everybody and welcome to Handcrafted by Terry G Live. And tonight we've got Phil from Phil's Camping Review on. So g'day Phil, thanks for joining us tonight, mate.
No worries, Terry. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, you're welcome, mate. Just before we get started, mate, couple of things I just want to run past everybody. We'll say quick hello to everybody there in the chat room, mate. So g'day to Graham Whitaker, Stephen and Annie Fuller, Pete McMurtle, g'day Pete. Lukey Reed, g'day Lukey. Thanks for joining in tonight. Shane McQuaid, thanks Shane for tuning in. Tim Ryan, Lorna, g'day Lorna. Thanks for coming in tonight.
Awesome. Thanks
for joining in. Buck from Townsville. That's right. Buck and Roz Phil are at Townsville at the moment, and they're going to go watch the Pink concert.
They're going to watch the Pink concert.
So that's going to be absolutely a blast, mate. So I hope to have an absolutely ball of a time with that, mate. She's a fantastic performer, isn't she?
I've never seen her in concert live, but I would love to.
It'd
be awesome to be able to see her flying overhead. I've watched some of the concerts on YouTube, and apparently she flies over everybody.
She's
look at that good-looking fella there, right?
He is, as well as a performer. Mark Lavell's in. G'day, Mark. Good to have you. Debbie, g'day, Debbie. Thanks for tuning in tonight. And Landy Smurf's in. G'day, Landy. Good to have you, mate. And we'll get started, Phil. But want to give a couple of shout outs at the moment. We'll just go over to here. What have I done?
Oh, that looks all right. I don't look too. I had a shave this time too, guys. And can you still hear me? Hang on, he pushed the wrong button. Oh, yeah. Hey, there we are. I'm back now.
Here we are. Mr. Buccarini community. Just want to give you all a massive big shout out for buying Mrs. Rogers hand crocheted blankets. And check these out, Phil. How great are these blankets, mate?
Yeah, they look great. My mum used to make them exactly the same, Ross. My mum made exactly the same. And
absolutely beautiful blankets, aren't they? You know. They're all sold now.
Yeah, I think we still got some in the cupboard, in the spare cupboard.
Oh, have you?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely beautiful. They're all gone now. And massive big thanks to the community and Buck and Mrs. Rogers for their wonderful donation. Awesome. So thanks heaps, guys, for doing that. With our Legends things as well, Brett from SMG has just put in the account too, $2,000 for all the merch at the moment. So massive big thanks to all you guys out there that have purchased your merch. But if you haven't, get on to Brett from SMG and order yours today. So our total at the moment, Phil, for the Legends charity, for our two major charities out there, the Southern Downs Arc and RSCQ Lifelight. And we're sitting at the moment, guys, at 15,000, excuse me, $347.64. So how good is that? If we can reach over the 20,000 mark, it'll be absolutely mind-blowing.
I reckon we'll do it. I reckon we'll do it easily. Hey, let's make sure we do. Hey, guys, and support. Buy your tickets at the event. Buy more merchandise.
So
there's quite a few bit of merchandise available now at the moment.
That's it, so we'll just go into here, Phil, and we'll just show them. Don't forget your Handcrafted by Terry G merch. That's with SMG. And your rat packs too, guys. Don't forget them as well. $45, and you'll get my patch. You'll get Steve's, Rob the Wanderers, Rob from Australian Camping and 4-Wheel Drives, and SMN Brett from SMG patch. So don't forget about them, guys. And also your Legends for Charity merch as well, like your shirts and that, your stubby coolers,
Stubby coolers, the hat.
Yeah. And don't forget Steve's merch out there as well from Soar Adventures. He's got his shirts and all like that. And especially this new one that he's got. Have you seen the new one that he's produced, Phil, with the stubby coolers and the patch? Don't they look fantastic?
Not in real life yet. Not in real life. Only like you guys watching in YouTube land. I've seen them on the pictures, and I love the colours. I think the colours.
Oh, don't they look great? Yeah. Absolutely fantastic. Can't wait to get one.
Flash of colour. I think they'll suit the guys, the ladies, and boys and girls. Kids will love them as well. So versatile.
Yeah. And don't forget about Rob's stuff too. Rob's got some good merch out there as well.
Yeah, Rob's got real good merch. I love his what do you call it, logo there. I think he's done an awesome logo there as well. Yeah,
fantastic.
I can vouch it's fantastic. So you got one, Shane. There's my logo, of course. Terry's chopped the top of the my tent off. Talking about tent, guys, we're going to talk a bit about rooftop tent later on. If you want to know more about what the latest is on that. So we can talk about that later.
So Phil, for all the new people that are in the chat at the moment, mate, just explain on who you are, mate.
Who I am? Well, my name is Philip Damiano, born and bred here in Bundaberg, lived here all my whole life. I never spent more than 3 months away in Paris in the States, but that's all right. Started out a farm. I grew up on the farm. Then once I got my license, I got a bit more freedom, and I straight away got into camping. I mean, I was into camping even before I had my license, so it's always been a love of mine. I used to be big on fishing too at the time, but I lost the interest in fishing. Thank God I've done that. It wasn't the other way around. So I've gone always camping. Done all forms of camping on the farm, worked on the farm. As I said, I left the farm. Then I had a few different, I ran couple of little businesses myself, all going from a freelance photographer stint there for a stage. Then I did some brickworks at a factory, packing up stacks of bricks and all that. And then I ran my own mobile computer business for about 20 years. And I also dabbled a bit into doing turtle research for the Queensland Turtle Research based under the Queensland National Parks and Service. Done a bit of that as well.
What was that like when you were with the turtle research?
Yeah, I loved it. I loved it. It was great.
Was it?
Got to go to some awesome islands along the coast. Spent as long as 4 weeks on Heron Island, just doing turtle research each night. Got to meet some very interesting people, such as Don Sutherland. He was down there the last time I was there, and I got to meet Don, and he actually came down and helped me. Because I was pretty busy at the time. It was a very busy season. He's right into wildlife and so on. And isn't that amazing, guys? Donald Sutherland in South A. In fact, when I met him, he didn't tell me exactly who he was. But after a few days, I said, mate, Don, geez, you look familiar. Have you been on TV? And he goes, because he doesn't want anyone to know that he's there. You can imagine these guys, they've got paparazzi chasing them all over the place. To be able to go somewhere and just mingle with the crowd and not, treat them anything. And so he never told me, he wouldn't tell me, but his missus the next day came up and said, I guess you kind of figured out who he is. And she said, he just doesn't want anyone to know. Okay, he just doesn't want anyone to know.
When you're a celebrity like that, it's hard. So
well, he came down on the beach that following night, and I said to him straight away, Don, okay, obviously I know who you are now. He said, I figured that. And I said, you're still the same Don to me. You're no different. I don't care if you're famous and you do movies or or you're a bum sitting and living on the streets, you're the same to me. And he loved it. And he came down for, you know, every night for quite a while. And thank God too, guys, because honestly, I was on my own processing 120 turtles per night. And what I had to do with each turtles, I had to check the tags. I had to read the tags. If they didn't have a tag, I had to put a new tag on. I had to measure their carapace. And some of these girls, these green turtles on the islands, they are longer than my arm span. I couldn't even reach from the front to the back. And this is just the carapace. This is not including the head. So there's some big girls out there. And I did that. Then I had to check for any damage and fibropapillomas and so on. So, yeah, it's full-on research. It's just gathering data, just gathering data. And I had to do that every turtle and try not miss one turtle. So you just had to stay up
get them all.
You just had to stay up like no long. So Don used to come down to the beach and help me till close to midnight every night. Basically, sometimes up till 1 or 2 in the morning. He used to shout me lunch at this expensive restaurant there.
Wow, that's fantastic.
Yeah, no, it's awesome. It's awesome. So honored to meet him. A lovely guy, awesome guy to meet in person. And he just loved it over there. He loved it so much. So
good. Now, mate, you've designed this logo here. And also, this is your sticker here, mate, isn't it? That you've got up for sale.
I like what Landy Smurf wrote. I don't know, Lukey. Do we have fun playing with those balls?
Phil, could you write a book or two, or just maybe leave it out?
Now, for those that don't know, okay, there's no sexism anything in here. This is a joke, and let me explain. I made some pizza doughs, and I was teaching because Luke came down and he came to Bundaberg and visited me. So I made some pizza doughs, and I showed Luke how to make them. So I gave him the pizza dough, and he was making it as a ball. But I don't know if you go and watch the video on it. I think we did a video on it, didn't we, Lukey? And I think it's still up on my YouTube channel. You go watch it. It's really funny, and you'll understand what that joke's about. I won't say anymore. It's too early in the night. So
we'll keep going, Phil. So this is your sticker here, mate.
Oh yeah, this is my latest sticker, but there's a big one here. I got them in about 3 sizes. This is the biggest one. They are on my website, but yeah, I think my original stickers are certainly more popular. I got to be honest, guys. I only had one person ordered any of these new stickers.
Gee.
It's funny, but that's okay. Logos, cool, Phil.
So that's your sticker there, Phil.
Yeah, that's one of my stickers.
Yep. We got to congratulate you too, mate, on 1 million views too, mate. So massive achievement.
Now that's not for 1 month. I wish it was. If it was for 1 month, I'd be driving around in a Land Cruiser 200. And probably own a caravan. And probably also own a caravan. So unfortunately, I wish that was. I started my YouTube channel back in 2008, but I didn't take it serious until about 2.5 years ago. So most of those views are in the past 3, well, probably close to 3. Most of these views are in the past 3 years. I think up until 3 years ago, I had about, I would have had about 200,000, if that. And I basically got the 800,000 the last 2.5 years, 3 years. So, but I went crazy there for a while. I was putting out videos every 2 days, and it just, I just got exhausted with it. And plus, also, it's very difficult if you're trying to put videos out every 2 days. It's very difficult to find the time of the day to edit so much video footage. But the hardest thing is, I was just running out of subjects to film.
Oh, well,
yeah. But guys, I've got a lot of new stuff to film. I was just sitting down talking to someone today, and they asked me, what do you got, to film now? And I was rattling through with this, that. So basically, I'm just waiting for the weather to cool down so I can finally sit inside my computer room. Very, very hot in this room. So even now, I've got the aircon on, and I've got a fan beside me. I don't know if you can hear it. You can hear it, and it's manageable now.
Yeah. So Debbie just asked here, Phil, how'd you get such a good look, like on your sticker and patches?
Oh, guys, that's the job for the printer itself. I'm lucky. I live in the same mob that printed these ones here. Is that going to focus?
Yep.
Guys, I've got a really shitty camera here. It's only a 15-year-old computer camera, so it's not even focusing properly. Yeah, that's the printers, guys. That's the printers. I mean, these guys are just down the road from me, and I've become pretty good buddies with them. And it's good. So they kind of give me a little bit of a deal, and and they print these stickers, and the printer's worth something like $250,000 that prints these, guys. The thing is big enough to print a whole. Honestly, guys, if you want to deck your vehicle out with all the electronics, 240 volt and so on, you go to these guys in Bundy, and they're called SolarSat. And one of the guys there is running a business on his on the side. It's part of Solar and Sat. He started it, but now Solar and Sat, they got into it, and they bought all the big, nice printers and that. They can print, wraps big enough to wrap around your whole big trucks, big boats, the whole works. So they can do all that, and it's all good quality stuff, guys. So virtually there's inks in here that are UV resistant, okay? Yep. They got a waterproof coating over it as well. After they print these, there's a waterproof coating on these as well. And they're very good stock. You can see they're not flimsy, cheap Chinese shit. Okay? These are Australian stuff, guys. Yeah. So let me see if I can find. Here we go. One of the bigger ones. Look. Terry's. Look at that. It won't even bend. Look. Okay?
Yeah, they're pretty decent quality sticker. Yeah. Now, you also got the Legends for Charity ones printed too, didn't you, Phil?
Yeah, I designed these. If you don't know, these are my design. So I designed and printed these. Okay, all done by me. So I'm quite happy with how these have turned out. Yep. I've got some. I don't know, guys. I've got some. I might drag these along. I've got some kind of special stickers here, not a lot. I made up these extra special stickers that at the event I'm going to take with me. And I might hand these out to anyone out there, because I remember, Buck, when you had your event down Harvey Bay, there were some kids running around, selling stickers, and there was people helping out, they weren't organised or anything. So many people came in, and I reckon it'd be cool if I could give these out to those awesome supporters of our event.
Most definitely,
volunteer, help us out. I don't know how many I've got. In fact, you guys have probably got a few. Did I send you any? I don't think I did.
I think I've got a couple spare.
Whatever colours you want. These colours are absolutely amazing. There's a gold one. I spent extra time on these. There's like a silver one. There's like another kind of goldy bronze one. And this is, I don't know, this is supposed to be a titanium one as well with gold writing on there. And these are big. These are big. So I don't know if I don't have too many. I might, I don't know, we'll see. I might get some more printed before then. But what I've got there, I'll bring them along. And the people that are really, really helpful, guys, I'm just going to hand them out, I think. I reckon you guys would be cool with that, eh?
Yeah. So you're one of the organisers as well, mate, for the Legends for Charity camp.
I am. Doesn't look like it. I just work in the background, mate. I just work in the background. you know.
Your last video you did is on the all powers generator, mate. Tell us a little bit about that, mate.
Yeah, nifty little unit. You can literally pick it up on the little finger. Good value. It's got the good life PO4 battery in it. It's got a 600 watt inverter. Now it is only 299 watts capacity. If you convert that to amperage, you're looking about 24 amps, 22, 24 amps at a 12 volt battery. So not a lot of capacity, okay? So hence why it is so tiny, but also the price reflects it. I mean, if you go on their website and you check their prices, they're in US dollars, so just convert that over to Australian dollars, but don't worry. When you order from Australia, you do get an Australian version, okay?
Yeah.
I don't know why they got them listed in US dollars on their website. New to Australia, not a new company. All Powers have been around for a long time. I mean, they have been selling these in America for 10 years, they tell me.
Right.
And guys, actually, I'm going to mount it tonight. I know a few of you have asked me about, that's a 600. Okay, so it's a 600 watt capacity inverter on it, but it's got 299 watts of capacity of storage.
Right.
Now, they also have the bigger ones, guys. Okay, it's not the only one they got. They got the bigger ones, and they got a 1500. Okay, they got an R1500 on All Powers R1500. They have recently given me a discount code. You can get an extra 10% off on the R1500.
Okay, wow.
I did have a discount code for the R600, but I think that has expired. Okay, but they're now giving me a discount code on the R1500, and if I remember right, it's Phil's Camping 10. Okay, I can check, but it's actually, if you don't mind, let's just make sure. I don't want to give you the wrong one. I'll just go into the email that they sent to me. This is the first time I'm announcing this, because I know a few of you guys have been contacting me asking if I can get a discount for the R1500 for you. And I've been working on it. So here we are. First time we're announcing it. Where is the email? All Powers affiliate. Affiliate approved. Okay, just bear with me. Here we go. I can save all these emails. Okay. Right, 10% off discount code. I told you, lucky I checked, guys, because I did it wrong. So it's a capital P, lowercase HIL, apostrophe S, capital C, lowercase AMPING. Okay? So Phil's Camping, one word, just capital P, capital C, and between the L and an S, they put an apostrophe. You know what apostrophe is? The stroke, is that what they're called? A comma? Is it a comma? I don't know. No, I don't know. Maybe, Terry, you got any way you can post that up?
Yeah, I was just typing that up. So what was it, Phil? Was Phil's Camping?
Hang on. Let me copy it into the
Yeah, mate. If you could stick that into the chat group,
why not?
That way people are aware and they can see it.
Okay. There we are. Whoops, hit send. There we are. I got to use my phone to comment on the chat.
Yeah. Lorna's just asked, what's my next cook up, Terry? Yeah, I've got a few in the file there, Lorna. Did some fruit scones and stuff like that. But we're going away next week, and I reckon I've probably got a few videos I can probably do on some cooking then. So stay tuned for that. It should be good. So
someone commented on my hat.
Yeah, I know, mate. They're all saying we have our hats on. So yeah,
this is a one-off. This is a present from a mate of mine.
Oh,
Who's that bloke? Who's that bloke? This is a present from a mate of mine, and he did this. I I don't know how but when he was down in, I got an old mate that we were best mates about 25, 30 years ago. And we've recently caught up in the last couple of years. And he kind of, back and forth. He lives in Thailand for a while, comes here for a while. Thailand, comes here. Thailand, comes here. He's been doing that for like the last 20 plus years since I last seen him.
Wow.
And he went to one of the printers in Bangkok and got this and two really awesome T-shirts made up for me.
Right.
And he rocked up and he turned up and said, "Here, Phil, got a present for you for free." How awesome.
Wow. Yeah, that's
and one of them is this cup. And I'll tell you what, it's good quality, eh? Good quality. So, yeah, so I like this. I cherish this. Turtles. Nikki says turtles.
Yeah. So, Phil, you also did a lot of bike riding back when you were younger too, didn't you, mate?
Yeah, I used to do a lot of bike riding. I even used to race on the Australian road circuit. I had an Australian international racing license as well, would you believe it? Usually when I get into something, guys, a hobby or something, I go in it for, full on. I don't muck around. I try to achieve the best, whatever I do. I try to achieve the best that I can. And I find that when it starts getting too easy and it's not a challenge anymore, I get bored of it and I give it up and look for something else that's more challenge. That's been my life. That's been my whole life. That's why I've done so much. I've done so much. And when
would you ever get back into doing that again, Phil?
Oh, I'd love to. I really enjoyed doing this. This is awesome. So I did a fair bit of bushwalking, a lot of bushwalking, and I also then started getting into what we call bike packing. This here is actually in Brisbane. This is just a training ride.
Is it?
Okay. I just happened to be in Brisbane. I used to drag that mountain bike with me everywhere I went. So it was locked on the back of my four-wheel drive. And wherever I went, I'd pull up somewhere. And I think I did about 60, 70 Ks this day. I parked somewhere way out in, was it Cleveland, near Logan or something? I don't know. Somewhere out near Logan. And basically rode all the way into the city and just did all the bike tracks around the city and rode back. And and I think it was, I don't know, 60, 70 Ks or something I did that day. But I used to do about up to 165 Ks on my push bike. So it wasn't too hard for me. Just it's on a mountain bike. It's a lot slower than a road bike. This is when I used to do a lot of bushwalking. I used to do a lot of going up mountains, steep, ridiculous, stupid, steep mountains like this. That is
the view would be absolutely spectacular.
Oh, it's incredible. I've camped up the top of there. I've been up there a few times. That's not far from home. That is Mount Walsh. That is the top of Mount Walsh, guys. The top of Mount Walsh, near Biggin. Okay, near Biggin. So that's where that is. It's 750 meters high. The next one, I got a passion of photography too. I love photography. So
you do love your camera work.
Yeah, these are a couple of recent photos I've actually taken. So there we go.
A few of Phil's photos that he's taken, and I absolutely love this one. This one's very
guys,
beautiful.
Look at that. Yeah, look at that. That's not manipulated. That is exactly, I kid you not, that red sky was like that. That's when I stayed a year ago, I stayed at Kingfisher Bay. And each afternoon, it was during the winter, it was June, and each afternoon I'd go down on the western side and watch the sunsets. And this was the most amazing, it just turned red. It turned red. It was amazing. It turned red. And that, I swear, guys, that's exactly how it looked. I have not done anything to that photo. It was red.
So we all know this place. This one was taken at Damn Crazy, wasn't it, Phil?
Yeah. This is at Damn Crazy Camping, which is halfway between Childers and Biggin. So absolutely beautiful place. Lovely owners, and they got a new wood-fired pizza oven, and I'm sure if you're nice to them, they'll cook you up a nice wood-fired pizza.
Yeah, no, it sounds good, mate. Sounds good. Yeah, there's another good cracking photo.
Fraser Island on the western side, no, on the eastern side on the beach early morning. We were catching, what do you call the fish that normally get there through the cooler months? I can't think what they're called now. Big fish. A lot of you guys will know. Geez, I can't believe I can't remember what they are.
That's all right.
So I was there with the mate. So we camped there for a week. This was last year.
Landy just said, "Is it dart that you were catching?"
No, not dart.
Was it dart?
No, not dart. No, not sweet lip. The stuff you catch along the beach. What are they called?
Wasn't a whale, was it, mate?
No, not whales. No, I didn't see any whales there.
You didn't see any whales?
I didn't really look for them. So, what you mean, beach whales?
Beach whales, yeah. Rob just joined us. G'day, Rob from Australian Camping 4-Wheel Drives.
Taylor.
Thanks for tuning in tonight, Rob.
Here we go. Lorna McMillan got it. Taylor,
yeah.
Yeah, tells you how much I keep in track. Taylor.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Now, Phil, this is Phil's Shitter. You love that video, don't you? Tell me how many. I bet you watch that video every week. Buck. Hey, it reminds me of my video where I actually filmed the video where I cleaned the portable toilet out, where I emptied it, and yeah. Now you can blame what's their name, Bobby and King Massa's mate on Sunny Coast. What do they go camping a lot together? What's their names again? I can't remember. I haven't seen them for a while.
Who's that again, Phil?
I can't remember now. But yeah, it doesn't matter now. But I'll tell you the story why that video came up. If some of you saw that. Now that I bought this portable toilet, whiz bang, flash, electric, push button, higher than the rest, looks real smick. You open the compartment and you've got a toilet roll. You know, it's really good. But it took me 2 years to build up the courage to start using that toilet, because I just could not think Bob and Kim. Yeah, that's it. I think it was Bob and Kim. I just could not fathom cleaning it out. Well, I had no choice one day. I took my nephews and nieces out camping on Fraser Island, and it was a September holidays, and all the campsites had toilets were booked out. Well, I can't take them there and not have a toilet, so I had no choice. I had to bring it on, and I told Bob and Kim about this. We were sitting down around a campfire or whatever one day when I was camping with them, and I was telling the story. I said, Bob, I got this friggin' U-Butte top of the range king throne at home that I bought 2 years ago, and I just never used it because the thought of cleaning it out. I asked my mum many times if she'd do it, and she said, no way.
Yeah.
Said, you make it, you clean it.
That's right. Yep.
Yeah. So I didn't do it. So, but I had no choice this time. So he cracked up laughing, and he dared me.
He's a funny bloke. Yeah.
He dared me. He says, mate, I want to see a video of you cleaning it out the first time. Yeah. Okay, you dared me. I'll give it a shot. And that's what I did. And I filmed it and I put it up on YouTube. Now, it's still a disgusting, gross job, but it's nowhere near as bad and smelly as I thought it would be. But whenever I can go somewhere camping that's got a toilet, I will try to go to that place and go to toilet. That's got a toilet.
So this is your camping setup here, isn't it, Phil? You got the
this is
up
my
there and
camping
the
setup. Yeah, not a bad setup, I reckon. It's quick to set up. I can literally rock up at camp and be set up within a minute. And I'll sit down and grab a drink. I mean, when I go camping with you guys, you could probably vouch. I'm sitting down under the cover, having a cool drink while you guys you know, stuffing around, packing up half an hour. And I ask, you know, you let me know, guys, when you're 5 minutes away from finish, and they do. And then they say, Phil, we're almost done. Okay. And then I get up in about 3 minutes. I'm packed away, jump in the car and ready to go.
Mate, you've got a cracking setup there, mate. And tell us a little bit about your vehicle, mate, on how you set that one up back then.
Well, that is a 2005 Mitsubishi NP Pajero for 4.2 litre. No, is it 4.2 litre, Terry? Or 3.2? No, 3.2 litre V12. No, it's not a V12. I'd love it, the sound, but I wouldn't want to pay for the diesel. It's what it is. It's a diesel. It's a 4-cylinder turbo job diesel. Absolutely drives like a car on the highway. Very smooth vehicle to drive. Got a huge payload on it. And when I bought this, I didn't realise that when I came home, because I bought it in a car yard in Brisbane about 6 years ago for a bargain. I don't know why it was so cheap, guys, but it was a bargain. And really nice, clean condition. And I looked up the history, and it's got all the service history, except for the history for the past 10 or so years was a bit iffy, really. But I don't know what to go there, and I think that's why it was so cheap. But it used to be a government car in Canberra. So who knows? Back in 2005, there's a good chance it probably drove around some of the prime ministers of the world. I always think that. So, it was a Canberra government car. But what I found when I looked through the papers, it's had a GVM upgrade.
So
that girl can tow a 3-ton caravan with 250 kilo ball weight. So
tell us a bit about the what you got in there, mate. Now you've got a fantastic battery system in that vehicle, mate, that you could run NASA Space Center off, couldn't you?
It's virtually the same setup as what you'll see in a top caravan setup there. It's it's got all the Victron gear, guys, except the only other non-Victron gear in there is the battery and the BCDC. The BCDC charger is a Red Arc, and the battery, of course, is Powerpole owned Mercury battery, which is 330 amp hour battery. Not much bigger. He's managed to build a battery compartment that's not much bigger than a standard size battery compartment that you'll see in a 100 amp battery, and which is perfect for me because it fitted in the spot where I had the original 100 amp hour lithium battery that I used to have in there. So it's got a Victron. I don't know if you guys know much about it. It's got a Victron Multi Plus. It's got a Servo GX. It's got a 7-inch HD screen that goes with it. I've modified the Servo GX software to give me more information on that. Did come with a complimentary ice maker. No, I paid for that ice maker, and I still use that ice maker today. Mate, that is an awesome ice maker. In fact, did you see Steve in his video on the very same ice maker? He's
well, I was down there.
I thought you guys were enjoying it when you went camping the other day.
That's it, mate.
I've been telling these guys for years, this thing is awesome. It is
a great little unit.
Phil is the Elon Musk of Mitsubishi.
Mate, you really love your cooking as much as I do.
I like cooking. I love doing cooking over charcoal, etc., and so on as well. As much as I love that gear I've got in my vehicle, where I can run an induction cooktop in there and air fryer, but I still do love to take all this gear and have a fire and sit around a fire and cook on the fire and so on. But you know, it depends what style of camping. If I want to do a quick overnight lazy camp and not do too much work, just to get away and just sit down and do nothing or do a bit of photography, I'll bring along one of my induction cooktops because it's so quick and easy to use, and there's no major cleaning. I don't have to bring so much gear. I don't have to set up so much gear and so on. And that's the thing. You're limited to what you're limited to what I can bring in the vehicle. I have a problem where I'm still kind of, even though I've got that set up in the vehicle, it's just hard to find a spot for everything. And sometimes I go to camp and I've got a tender knack to always bring more than what I do. And it never fails. I'm getting better at it, guys, but it gets to the point sometimes, where is this? Where is that? Where's that special cup? And then I get annoyed and I don't end up finding it. When I go home, it's under a freaking tea cloth or something, or fallen on the floor behind the chair or whatever. And but that's going to change. That's going to change. I've got some plans happening. Some of you have probably already heard it. In regards, I'm going to go to a camper trailer, guys. So the wheels of life is progressing. I'm going. There is what they call a wheel of life. Okay, so I don't know if you've seen the wheel of life, but how it starts, guys, is it progresses. It starts at number 1, I think. You're in the pram, and number 2, you're on a push bike, and then you might the next wheel of life is on a motorbike, and then after that, sometime then you go to a car, the wheel of life, and then you go to a 4-wheel drive. And then you go to a 4-wheel drive with a camper trailer. Then you go to a 4-wheel drive with a caravan. And then after that, you usually go to a wheelchair. And that's
now, Phil, you did a live feed with this one, mate. The Winterwell oven on top of the butane fry pan. Mate, tell us the funny story behind this, mate.
Yeah, for me at the time, it wasn't funny. I tend to do, there was one stage where I was filming videos on stuff that I didn't know how to use, what it is and how to use. But I thought I'd do that, to make it, just to test to see how easy these items are to use, Do you have to sit there and study a manual for, 2 days, which I normally do, before I even open a package and use it. But I thought I'd have a bit of fun. I thought I'll get a product in, and a lot of the times these arrive on the very day, and within an hour I'm starting to use them without reading the book. And I do mention it at the start of the video, guys. This has only just turned up, and they're going, oh well, let's see what happens here. So I got this. This is a Winterwell foldable oven. I think that's what they're called, Steve. If you can let know if it's if it is they're called the foldable oven. Steve put me on to this. This thing folds flat. It's absolutely amazing.
I've got one as well, Phil. They're absolutely fantastic.
And I was trying different ways to use it quickly for like a lazy camp. To have a oven I could use without taking so much gear and doesn't take up so much space. So if you go back to that photo, can you go back to that photo?
Yep, mate. Yep.
If you see that stove on the bottom, that's eventually that's a stove I end up finding out about. I don't know how I found out about that stove.
You found that out through myself and Robin.
Did you? You told me, because I was using one of those normal ones that was a lot smaller.
Yep.
And I think that video, was this the video where the
you were doing a live video and you had a roast in a bag.
Yeah,
and
I
you
think
put
I
it
only
into the folding oven and
Yep.
you were cracking us all up laughing because you said, "Oh, listen to the crackle," and it
Yeah.
was the bag melting, and
Yeah.
Steve rang you up actually and said, "Where's your oven dish from your travel buddy?" And you went, "Oh, I can't remember where that is." And we're all in stitches laughing just with you with this Winterwell oven trying to cook a roast.
Yeah, well, see, what was happening is I just wrapped it in alfoil and just put that roast in there, and
Yep.
I could hear this, and I stood behind him. Within 10 minutes, there's all this white smoke billowing out everywhere, and I'm thinking, okay. Next thing I hear this crackle, 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 crackle. And of course, I'm not saying anything. I'm standing behind, but you guys are in the front watching it all because the camera's pointing right at it. And I hear this
Yep.
crack, 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 and I said, "Geez, guys, shit, that's quick! I can already hear the crackling." And Mingo, you all guys are trying. This is live on air. You guys are all trying to tell me, "No, Phil, it's catching on fire."
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. We're waiting for the fire brigade to come. I do admit I had to laugh. The thumbnail that you did with the original butane stove, you rubbed yourself with black charcoal. And I remember Buck ringing me up. He goes, "Man, is Phil okay? Or is he blowing himself up?" You know? And I said, "No, mate, no, it's just a joke for the thumbnail."
Yeah,
And we were just cracking up laughing for weeks over that.
after that live feed, I then because what I did, I had my camera. I was also not only was I going live, it was also recording as
Yeah,
well.
yeah.
So I just a fancy technical camera, guys. Being an freelance photographer, I've got some nice gear, and I can actually go live as I'm recording 4K high definition, film as well. So I edited and I added that thumbnail, and I thought I got to make it look like the whole thing blew up in my face.
Yeah.
So I'm running around the shed wondering what will I use, and I looked in my charcoal bag, and I stuck my hand in the charcoal bag and just went, Richie, all over like this. And then I sat there with this look on the face of, like this and that, and whatever, and then put it on. And Buck thought I really did blow myself up.
Yeah, that was funny. That was funny. Yeah.
He was ringing up. He was ringing you guys up, asking how I am.
Yeah.
He never rang me up.
About this little fella here, mate.
That's Joey, my pet
Joey.
bird. Yeah, Joey the pet bird.
Yeah.
So, Joey was introduced to you guys. Oh, let me tell you something about Joey, okay? So, I got my 91-year-old mum here, and she was here today, and Joey's got quite a good vocabulary, okay? He can really talk a lot. It doesn't take long for him to pick stuff up. But sometimes mum would get up and I say, oh, where you going? And where you going? I'd say, where you going? And I wasn't home today, and my mum was sitting down watching TV, and she got up and she heard someone say, where you going? And she's running around the house looking for me, calling me, before she realised it was Joey.
It was Joey talking.
It's the first time he said it. It's so funny. No, incredible. Joey's a male. Joey's a male.
Yeah.
So it really cracks me up. He's a funny bird. Very intelligent bird. When I got him, I told me mum he talks, and she said, bullshit. Bullshit, bullshit. The Italian birds.
The Italian way, yeah.
And I said, you wait and see. And sure enough, within 2 weeks, he started bumbling on. And she could not believe it. Yeah.
Incredible. Yeah. Now, Phil, you're in the middle of transitioning at the moment, aren't you, mate? Tell us all about what's happening very, very soon with your camping setup, mate.
Now, what's happening now is always on the plans. This was the goal to do with my rooftop tent. I was always going to eventually put it on a trailer. I'm just now going to do it sooner than I thought I was. And the reason being is because about 3-4 weeks ago, I went down to Gold Coast and I stayed in Broadbeach in one of the high-rise apartments with the family for a week, bit of a holiday. And lovely holiday, absolutely love it. Beautiful place at Broadbeach. But the car park, the underground car park, secure parking, was only 2.1 metres high.
Yep.
My vehicle with a rooftop tent, there's no way in the world it's going to fit in there. Now, I could have parked out in the streets, but geez, you know, imagine parking with all that gear in it. I'd be too worried for a week parking the streets at night. So I decided I'm going to remove the rooftop tent for this trip. And Terry, a great guy he is, straight away said, "Oh, Phil, anytime, whenever you're ready, I'll come up and help you out." So he came up twice, and boy, what a job that was, eh, Terry? Eh? Far out. I tell you what, that was a freaking nightmare getting that thing off there. Not that it's heavy; it's just only two.
I think it was more awkward than anything else, wasn't it, Phil? Just because of the size of it, trying to get it off was quite hard. So
so I end up going uptown to BCF and buying a cheap little boat winch, and we fathomed that up somehow with all the cables and whacked that up and motor it up and motor it down. But the trip I did to Gold Coast and came back, I saved, just to drive to Gold Coast and back, I saved over $50 in diesel by not having a rooftop on it. And that got me thinking, geez, you know, like I haven't camped because it's so hot. I think the last time I went camping was about September, October. I haven't done any camping since. And meanwhile, I'm driving around with this rooftop tent on the vehicle all the time. And I'm thinking, imagine the amount of money I've wasted, you know, over the years and that. So I said to Terry after I came back, I said, "Terry, geez, mate, I'm not going to put the rooftop tent back on it. I'm going to get a trailer and put it on a trailer."
So it's the best way. That way you can use it when you're ready and you're not carting heavy things around constantly on top of the vehicle.
So I'm kind of really excited. I'm really excited and looking in. I initially had an idea just looking for a garden trailer, thinking I can go and pick up a good one for a cheap price and just bodgy it up and put a rooftop tent on it. But then, goodness, I came to my sense and I looked around and, I mean, guys, here in Bundy, just the stock standard 6x4 hot dip galvanized garden trailer, they're quoting $2,800. But that's made here, okay? That's not the cheap Chinese shit. That is made here. They actually make it here and that. And I thought, I nearly fell over backwards when I was at there and the guy told me. I thought, holy shit. And then I started asking, you know, well, how much would it be to put 2 drop-down legs at the back so the thing doesn't do a wheelie when I get in? And he said, oh, $900. I'm thinking, oh, my God, in my head, I'm thinking, these guys, they're freaking for real. And I'm thinking, and then I looked around the second-hand ones, and they're shit, they're garbage, $1,200, $1,300. But then I started looking at these camper trailers with the tents on them. And you can buy them with the tent on them and already decked out. They got the forward drive wheels on it. They got the heavy duty axles on it, off-road tires on them. They got water tanks. They even got a kitchen in them. They got the jerry can holders. They got the gas holders. Everything's already there. I can buy a real good second-hand one cheaper than what I can buy a freaking garden trailer for here. So, guys, I'm going to go for one of them. I'm going to go for one of them. And I've got my eye on a couple. I've got my eye on, I don't know much about the MDC version. If you guys know anything about MDC, are they Australian-made? Or I'm looking at another one. I found one in Gympie. It's a little bit over my price range, Joe. but I found a Jono's camper in Gympie, and I tell you what, the Jono's campers look awesome. I think that's my dream camper trailer. And honestly, guys, the tent on it, I don't know if I'll need to put the rooftop, my bunda top on it. If I get one of those, I'm not going to put the bunda top on it straight away. I'm going to try this tent, and I can see. I'll tell you, eventually one day, guys, the bunda top will go on there. When that day comes, I'll just rip off that tent. I'll sell it off cheap because I've got nowhere to store it, and have the bunda top on the top. Because I can pull up somewhere, push a button on the bunda top, and crawl in, and I'll be in the bed within 30 seconds. After pulling up somewhere. That's the beauty with it. So the bunda top will always settle, just going to be stored in my shed. But I'm going to give this tent. Now, those Jono campers look really good. So I'm looking at something around the 2010, 2012 model or so on. That's the line I'm going to. But guys, tell me what the MDCs. I can pick up an MDC for a pretty good price in Maryborough. Are they any good?
MDC, they are.
Chinese build, Phil. Okay, Jack Turtle says they're Chinese build. Something I'm trying to avoid, Jack, is going for a Chinese built caravan or camper trailer. So I don't know. I don't know. Are they okay? Them dirty words. What's a crazy dog? Used to work for Jono's. Yes, I only found out this yesterday. Someone told me that Crazy Dog make the tent on the Jono's campers. How awesome. Apparently, I think they're 15 ounce. So how awesome would that be? Guys, I know I'll have something that's going to be waterproof and last me. So I'm really keen on one of those. Terry, I haven't told you this. I haven't told Terry that I'm looking at those. But yeah, no, I've got my eye on this Jono's camper. But this guy's firm on his price though, and he's a little bit over my budget. I don't have the budget. So I don't know what I'm going to do.
Now, Phil, there was a bit of banter happening in the chat room just now with Gary and Jack about your ladder, mate, at the Harvey Bay event.
I saw it. I seen. I'm watching. I know these guys.
Do you think this could happen again?
Took my ladder, and I couldn't get up in my rooftop tent. Hey, Gary and Jack. I won't have that problem with that camper trailer. And there's no ladder. Otherwise, I'll just chain it onto the wheel of the vehicle. That's what Luke did. That's what Luke does. He changed.
Lenny's saying, go for an older cub or something like that. Yeah.
Go for an older what?
Older cub
campers. You know, guys, campers? If I had the money years ago, I loved the cub campers when they first came out. I used to go to all the 4-drive shows in Brisbane, and they were the bee's knees in the old days, those cub campers. They were big sellers, but they were big money. I couldn't afford one. Yeah. Well, even if I could afford one at the time, there's no way in the world I was going to spend that much for a camper trailer. I was a person that rocks up to Kmart and go buy a $15 A-frame tent and go to Fraser Island for a week. So you can work out, you can figure that didn't last. But I just didn't like spending money those days. It was just crazy. Had one, the older cub campers, single Ford.
Yeah, the older cub campers.
About 8,000. Are they still worth that much nowadays?
Wow.
Holy truth. I'm not surprised. Buy a Buck says buy a Chunga. Australian made is out of control.
Oh, okay.
Chunga. Don't know what a Chunga is, Buck.
Yeah. Jack's saying he had one behind his motorbike for 20 years. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah. Everyone's saying MDCs are China. So should I avoid the MDC then?
Yeah. Mark Lavelle just said he nearly paid $12,000 for one. Wow, that's a lot of money.
For a cub camper. Well, that's how much they were worth back those days.
Gee.
That's how much they were. They were not a cheap. Just get an older Cub trailer. Yeah, I don't know. I kind of seen a couple pop up, and they're kind of still out of my price range.
Yeah.
Chunga equals Chinese.
Chinese, yeah. Rob was saying,
Chunga's another name for Chinese. Buck reckons I just buy a Chinese one. Nah, Buck. I'm going to try to buy an Australian-built camper trailer because eventually I'd like to go up to Cape York in it, and I don't want to be one of these piece of persons that leave a trailer behind on the road to Cape York.
Yeah. Lorna just says it's sad the way Australia has gone. Exactly right, Lorna. It's very sad, actually. All of our manufacturing and stuff like that is just no longer. Very, very sad. Yeah.
So Peter says I bought an old rundown soft floor camper for bugger all and restored it myself. Yeah, I thought about that, but I'm not really good at doing metal work. I'm hopeless. I'm okay with timber, but I can't do metal work, guys. I've got no idea how to weld or anything like that, and steel is so expensive nowadays.
I did that, Peter. I bought a Cub camper a few years back before Rob and I were going to do the Big Red Bash, because I didn't think taking the van up through the middle there and rattling the hell out of it, you see. And I bought this camper trailer for around about $2,500 and decided to do a lot of work on it. And I cut the drawbar off and I put on a 2.4 meter long drawbar on the front of it with the McHitch and all like that, and done it all in Raptor coat and stuff like that to protect all the metal. And I've got it still. I'm looking at maybe selling it, Phil, a little bit later down the track. I'll finish the project off and letting it go, mate. But it's a fantastic looking camper trailer, that one, mate. So
a lot of people are liking the Cub camper. Trouble is, I don't know. I've always liked the Cub camper, but they're out. I think even today, an old second-hand one. It's in still reasonable condition. Is out of my price range. But the thing is, I don't know if the Cub camper you can actually take it off and put another rooftop tent on it. In hindsight, if you get a good one, you probably don't need to get a rooftop tent on it. But I've got the Bundu top. I don't want to lose. You always sell the Bundu top, and then probably will then definitely have enough money to buy a Cub camper or a really good, camper trailer. But I don't want to get rid of it. I love it so much, and I can see there'll be the day where that'll be the only chance I'll be able to go camping is to use the Bundu top. So. I mean, it won't be too hard just to push a button.
Now, so you had a bit of trouble
on the trailer, hey?
You had a bit of trouble with the Bundu top. You said the mattress perished, didn't it?
The mattress started getting really awkward, difficult to sleep on. I was waking up with a really, really sore lower back. But to be honest, guys, I don't know if it really is the mattress. I think it's more so me. Having issues with the lower back. I always have. Normally, I'd have issues with the upper back. I got issues with the lower back because of the amount of hard work I've done in younger life farming. I was told even back when I went to a chiropractor that I will have problems with my spine in the future, and that was back in 1982. I was told back then, because I was 6-7 years old, picking tomatoes, dragging 20 plus kilo buckets of tomatoes with me back bent down. I didn't know I was doing damage to me health and so on. I think it's more so that I think all I need to do is just put a nice thick
mattress topper on it. You reckon?
Mattress topper on it, and I think it'll be okay. I mean, I've taken it out and I've got it sitting in the spare room, the mattress out of it. And I went and bought they were on sale ridiculously expensive. These 10 centimeter memory foams you buy at Pillow Talk. Mate, go have a look, and they're like $600-700, but they had a 60% sale off. So I went there and bought the 7 centimeter and the 10 centimeter one, and I put the 10 centimeter one in the bundle top, and it's too soft now. It's too soft. When I lay in it, I can feel it. It's just barely touching my bottom. But I think what I'm going to do, guys, I think I'm going to take because I got the 7 centimeter one on my bed. I'm going to take the 10 centimeter memory foam out, replace it with the 7 centimeter one. I'm going to put the original mattress back in and put the 7 centimeter memory foam in there. And I think I'll still have plenty of room, even with all my bedding and the pillows in there, to be able to close it. I think if I do that, that should work. If that doesn't work, then I'm probably going to have to go look into a more expensive option of maybe looking at getting a proper mattress, 13, 14, 15 centimeter inner spring mattress, custom made one put in there.
Because what's in there at the moment, Phil? Is it an inner spring in there at the moment, or just a foam?
No, it's just a memory foam in there, 10 centimeter memory foam.
Okay, and that's what you get when you buy the bundle.
It's a double, and it pretty much fits, almost fits perfectly in the standard bundle top. So, but it's too soft. It's too soft. I mean, absolutely feels brilliant. But I haven't slept in the bundle top since September, October last year. Because it's just been a ridiculously hot year. I've only when I got the well before Christmas, back in October, November or something, they had I think it was before Christmas. It was some huge big Christmas sale. It might even have been a Boxing Day sale when they went 60% off. So I went there and grabbed the two, and I put it in there, and I just laid in there for about 2 hours, and then I could feel it was starting to get a bit sore on the lower back. I could feel the pain starting there, only because it was touching. Otherwise, the rest of my body, it just felt like I was just laying on floating air. So I think it's too soft. Maybe if I put the 10 centimeter one and the 7 centimeter one, that'll give me 17 centimeter. And because they're so compressible, when I close the rooftop tent, it'll just compress down. I reckon that would work, and that will feel like laying on a cloud. But the trouble is, Luke Reed says I need a caravan. Yeah, I know, I wouldn't mind a caravan, but they're too expensive for me. The problem is that what was I going to say? The problem is, if it's 17 centimeters high, I don't know what memory foam is like if it's stored compressed for a very long time. Does memory foam re-expand back to its original shape? Because you've got to be honest, guys, most of the time the bundle top is going to be closed. So if it's 17 centimeter high, and then I've got blankets and pillows in there, when I close it, it's going 100%. It's going to push down and compress that mattress foam down. So if it's sitting there like now, I haven't been camping for like 4 months or whatever, what's it going to be like after 4 months and I open it up? Is it going to keep that shape where it's compressed? Does anyone know anything about memory foam, guys? Does anyone know here and anything know about that? Is that going to be an issue? Because if not, I could just do that, and I reckon I'd sleep really well. I reckon it'd be awesome. I don't know. Has anyone put anything? My swag memory foam always expands as new, even after a long time stored. Memory foam does that retain traumatic events in one life? Asking for a friend. Huh? Don't understand that one, Mark.
Yeah.
Buck could sell ice to Eskimos. I reckon he could too.
Yeah.
I reckon he'd be able to sell ice to Eskimos. It should come back to that, Phil. Jack reckons it'll come back.
Mm-hmm.
Houdini Smith, if you need any help writing the ad for the Bunda Top, I'm sure Buck can help there. I reckon he would too. He'd probably buy it. Hey, Gail Rawlings, how you going?
Yes,
how are you?
Gail. Yeah, thanks for joining us.
Luke says I need a caravan. I would love a caravan. I want one of Tofty's caravan.
That'd be nice. Did you watch the video? Did you watch the video with Tofty's new one at the moment, the hybrid with the one that Terry bought?
Terry, what, you?
No, not me. His friend Terry down in Stanthorpe.
I don't know if I did. I think I might have seen bits of it, but not all of it. When the last time I caught up with Tofty, I was trying to give him hints to say, "Hey, Tofty, did you bring it?" When he told me he was coming down and seeing us at the event, and I said, "Oh yeah, will there be any chance a caravan for me to test out?" Giving him hints. And when he rocked up, I said, "Mate, I don't see a caravan on the back of your four-wheel drive, mate." He laughed.
Yeah.
You can only try. Tofty, if you're watching, I'm still waiting for my caravan, mate.
You're still waiting, yeah. I think you'll be waiting a long time, mate, Phil.
I will film a video on it every 2 days.
Yeah.
I think these caravans are awesome.
Yeah. Be nice to have a zone.
Buck is full as hair real. I reckon it is. It's real.
Yeah. Mark Lavelle is trying to push on us now. #zone.
I reckon Stephen's definitely got full lock of hair.
Yeah. We might do a giveaway, shall we, Phil?
Oh, we're doing a giveaway. You didn't tell me
we might do a giveaway, mate.
What are you going to give me?
Yeah, I've got a patch here, right?
I already got your patch. It's in the car.
And I've got
it's up on the hood of my car.
Yeah, and I've got a handcrafted sticker as well. Which you haven't put on your car yet, you lazy bugger.
I can't remember if he gave me this sticker yonks ago, and I don't even think I put it on the back window of my car yet.
Yeah, you haven't.
Mate, it's too hot. As soon as I go in the garage, I melt. And I've got to peel myself off the ground and go get some ice on me.
Go and get some ice, yeah. So we'll do a giveaway. So we'll go into the StreamYard here and we'll share it.
While you're doing the giveaway, can I go and get an icy cold drink?
You can go for it. So we'll do a giveaway on a handcrafted by Terry G patch.
Awesome. Let me go and get a drink.
And
you didn't see that, did you?
We'll put in there handcrafted by #handcrafted by Terry G. So we'll get it all going from there. So jot in the chat there, #handcrafted, and we'll give this wonderful patch and sticker away tonight, guys. So handcrafted, yep. #handcrafted.
Oh, right. I asked me mum, is there rugby league on tonight? Sound like there's rugby on TV. And
okay.
Joey says yes. Kid you not. He said yes.
Joey's actually talking yes. Yep. Yeah. So handcrafted, all lowercase. Yeah. For this wonderful patch and sticker. Yep. For handcrafted by Terry G. So we've got 11 entries in at the moment, Phil.
11. Come on, let's get more in. How many people are watching?
I'm not sure, mate. 37
Anyone
we got
tell
on
us
tonight.
How many is on?
Yep, 37.
What's the answer? Hashtag handcrafted.
Handcrafted, that's it. All in lowercase.
Yeah.
So we've got 12 entries in at the moment.
Oh,
Rob's saying hashtag footcrafted. Thanks, Rob. Yeah.
Hashtag start collecting.
Yeah. Mark says, all right, so we've got 13 entries.
Hashtag diddly donk.
So Phil, when you get your trailer, mate, we'll get stuck into it and we'll get it all sorted out, and hopefully it'll look absolutely awesome once it's all done, mate. So Lisa and Ivan are in there as well, handcrafted. Yeah, so type that in, handcrafted.
We got 14 so far. That's awesome.
14 entries, awesome. We'll wait for a little bit longer, Phil.
Yeah.
Hashtag handcrafted.
I'm just going to go back and read a few comments if I've missed anyone who asked any questions.
Yeah, mate, go for it. Mark Lavelle is saying, make it yourself. Thanks, Mark.
Right. Hi, Terry and Phil. Make it yourself. Oh, you come here and make it for me? I wish I had the skills to build my own trailer.
If Buck wins, it's definitely change.
Series on that?
Yeah, hashtag handcrafted. We've got 15 entries in at the moment, Phil.
Oh, good.
15 entries, hashtag, all in lowercase, handcrafted.
Jack reckons memory foam should come back.
Yeah, it should though, Phil.
Yeah.
Yep. Hashtag handcrafted. All right, what are we up to now? We're at 15.
Buck's got a safety check on the camper next Wednesday. Then it is game on.
Yeah, I read that.
Buck, the weather's starting to cool down here. It's almost camping weather.
Yeah, just about, Phil. Yep, I'm looking forward to going away for Easter next weekend. Heading down to Goolawah area, and can't wait to catch up with a few of yous out there and have a blast over Easter. Yeah, should be great fun. Great fun. Yeah. Okay, well, we might draw this lucky prize, shall we, Phil? Hey, with the sticker.
Really? Oh, we could give them a little bit longer while I'm reading through some of these funny comments. Young backs can be damaged bad when you're still growing, Phil. True story. Oh, tell me about it, Mark. Tell me about it. Suffering for it now. Yeah. Wish I knew this stuff when I was younger. Wouldn't have put my body through that.
Yeah. All right, let's draw it, shall we, Phil? Here we go.
Yeah, okay. Let's see who's going to win.
Let's see.
Oh, we've got Saw the Wanderer here. The Wanderer's on.
Freddie Campbell. Yeah, congratulations.
Hey, got a winner. Woo!
How's that, mate? Yeah.
I like this program.
Yeah. Yeah. So get in contact with me, Greg, by this email here, mate. Handcrafted by terryau@gmail.com. Send me all your details, mate, and I can send that straight down to you, mate. So, yeah, congratulations, Greg. Yeah, well done, mate. So, I don't have one of those cheering things like Rob the Wanderer does.
Peter, Peter says he's an engineer and can weld and build most things. I designed and built my own 12-volt system. Well, that's where I'm good at. I do that too. I can build a really good 12-volt system.
Yep. Yeah. So
I'm not an engineer and I cannot weld. If I could, I'd be building my own camper trailer and I'd be filming a video series on it.
Yeah, no, it's great. All right then, Phil, we might wrap it up here, mate? Thanks for tuning in, everybody.
Already?
Yeah, mate. Already, yeah.
Are you tired already? I'm enjoying here. Look for a second-hand ultimate camper. Yeah, those ultimate campers do look nice, but aren't they 40, 60 or 80,000 or whatever?
Something like that, Phil. Yeah.
I just want to quickly go through. Some people are saying Jayco.
Jayco?
One or similar, Jayco. Build an older Jayco camper. They're good. So you're going to sell your Bundu top. No plans to. I don't think that will ever happen. Lukey Reed said, Phil, get mum on. No chance that's happening. She's watching footy. She's an avid footy fan. I got no idea who's playing at the moment. Peter, so camper trailer now. Some of the camper trailers now are very heavy. Yeah, I noticed some of them are really heavy. I think those Jono campers are not bad on weight. But I've got a Pajero that can tow it anyway, so.
Yeah.
Pajeros are excellent towing vehicle. Buy a second-hand one, Phil, and remove the tent. Yeah. Cub trailer. Mark almost paid 12 grand for one, and he, hang on. Oh, he walked away. The older Cub camper single fold hard floors are about 8K. Yeah, that's what I've been noticing. You need about 8K to get one of those. And they stuck it and Andy lost the oh, you can keep talking, Terry.
Yeah. I'm going to call it a night, Phil.
Okay.
Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Great to have you all here tonight. And stay safe. And we look forward to seeing you all really, really soon. Thanks for tuning in tonight, Phil.
No worries.
For having you. And we'll all catch us again very, very soon. We'll just say goodbye to a few people. Good night, Buck. Have fun at Townsville at the show tomorrow night with Pink Concert, mate. Hopefully it's a blast, mate.
With the Pink Concert, there's a song that she sings. It's only a short song. It's a beautiful song, but her daughter comes out and sings part of it. And I've watched it on YouTube. And what amazing voice Pink's daughter has got. She's only 13 or so. And every concert, she comes out and sings on stage. Absolutely amazing.
I think her name's Willow, I think.
Willow, yes, it is. Willow, yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, no, it should be a good night. Yeah. All right, then. Good night, Mark, Peter.
I think Willow wrote that song. That's her own song. Yeah, I believe.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Lukey Reed, good night, mate. Good night, Buck. Have a blast tomorrow night, mate. Lorna, thanks for tuning in. Peter, Ivan and Lisa, good night all. And we'll all catch us again soon. Thanks for tuning in tonight. Great, guys. It's been an absolute blast. Yeah, thanks, Gail. And we'll catch us all again soon. Take care, guys. Bye now. Bye.
See you.